Your Comedy Minute. This is the Blue Oyster Cult Plus story. For those of you that don't know who Blue Oyster Cult is, you might know a song called Don't Fear the Reaper or Burning for You or Godzilla. I got to see Blue Oyster Cult a couple times. One of the times I saw them was a New Year's Eve show at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia. And so you can guess, New Year's Eve, we were going to get crinkled. And they had just come out with this stuff called unrolling papers. I think they were made by Easy Wider. And what they were rolling papers, and they were glued at the top, and you could unroll them as long as you could, kind of like Cheech and Chong, and make a joint as big as you wanted to make it. So needless to say, New Year's Eve, my buddy Bob rolled a joint that was probably, this big or bigger. It looked like the Cheech and Chong thing. So we pulled into a gas station. This kid, I guess he smelled the weed and heard the Blue Oyster Cult put, "Hey, are you guys going to the show? Oh, is there any way you could give me a joint?" I'll never forget Bobby held up this joint. It was like this big. So we only got one joint, but kids' eyes were all bugged out. But the story I really want to tell is the first time I saw Blue Oyster Cult. They came to York, Pennsylvania. And it was a big deal because there was all this talk of, kids in Satan's service with Kiss and Judas Priest and all this. And there was a Bible group that formed outside the York Fairgrounds. So picture there's 1,500 kids. We're in there drinking and smoking pot, and there's this Bible group out there, and they're hollering at us, "You're all going to hell. You're all sinners. You're all part of a cult." Blah, blah, blah. And finally some kid said, "Blow it out your ass." Well, it pissed one of the Bible guys off, and he started coming through the fence, and the police came. And the irony is, they told the Bible group they had to disband, and they grabbed the guy that was going through the fence. And so the Bible group got sent away. Meanwhile, we're in there drinking and smoking pot and everything. So the plus part of this story, Buck Dharma, who's the guitar player for Blue Oyster Cult, released a solo record called Flat Out. And I bought this album, and I liked it. I was listening to it, and I'll never forget, there's a song in there called Come Softly to Me. And I was playing it, and this is true. My father came in, and I said, "Boy, Pop," I said, "I don't understand this opening part." And he said, "It's backwards." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, it's backwards." So I stopped. I had a turntable record player that I could stop, and I started spinning it backwards, and my dad and I listened to it. He said, there's what it is. And I'm not going to tell you. You can check it out. I posted the song. Again, it's called Come Softly to Me. I posted it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't know how you can play it backwards. But yeah, it's pretty cool. For all the people that say about backward masking, if you listen to it, you won't understand anything. I didn't understand it until my father said, "Spin it backwards." So there's your Blue Oyster Cult Plus story. Have a good one, and don't forget to join me Thursday night, a new YouTube Live. It's going to be wild. Have a good one. I'll see you guys real soon.